Alright, so I think these hood panels that haven't been on this tractor in about 10 years. It's been parked indoors and hasn't been used hardly at all, but I noticed that something has either pushed this back or, yeah, we're out about an inch. Should be the same distance as over here. Probably over an inch. So what I'm going to try and do is I'll put a 2x4 from here down to here and put a clamp, and we'll try and clamp that, move that ahead. But I can't put it on right now because there's no way to latch it, and if it falls down there, it's going to get all banged up and smashed. So we'll leave it off for now. But this is, and the floor needs to be redone. There's I brought it to my house. It was at the other shop, and nobody's taking care of it. Nobody's doing anything with it. You can see, I think there's only one bolt left holding this on, if you can even say that. And then we're going to make a new floor panel. I'll pull that out and we'll use that for a template. Make a new piece. The one over here needs to be changed too, but at least I can put my foot down over there for now. That's just years and years of salt. It was used to load salt, and then it was never really pressure washed, or I used to oil spray it all the time. And then I, didn't get done for a number of years because we weren't using it. We thinking, oh, it's not covered in salt anymore. Well, it gets into the metal and it just keeps. This is rusted in the last 5 years. Has got to the point where it is now, and it hasn't loaded salt over 5 years. So that'll be something I'll do this summer. We'll whip up some new floorboards. I'm probably gonna have to make some new supports down here too. But just a little, and the rims are just about at the end. This one's not as bad as the one on the other side, but there's a lot of rust around that valve stem. And I'm pretty sure it's not this one. The one on the other side, this whole edge of the rim is rotting. See, there's a crack. I mean, there's not much metal left. The only way for me to fix that, I think, is to pull the tire right off, suck all the liquid out of there. I don't think it's calcium. I think it's, is it seawater? I can't remember what they put in there. Anyway, pull it all out. I got a friend that's done that himself, so I think I can use his pump, and we'll suck everything out of that valve stem, put it in a plastic jug or something, and then fix the rim and put it back in, or buy a new rim. I'm gonna have to try and see if I can get a new rim, because once that tire pops off there, you can't use this tractor anymore. It'd be hard to even move it. Okay, so this is what happens when you neglect your machinery. I don't think this was neglected, but it was not used for a long period of time. I bought a brand new bucket for it. I attached some forks on it last fall to do a job that I needed. I absolutely had to have forks. So I just used some old leaf springs, helper leaf springs. And they're about to come off. I got the grinder, got an extension cord. We're going to grind these welds. I should have made these pieces out about wide enough for this to pass through, and I could just take them off and put them on if I need them again. I'm going to actually try that before I cut them. This one, it might fit, but I don't think the other one's going to fit. It's tight. Yeah, I should have done that, because it's a little wider, eh? This is forged, these springs, so as they forge it back here, it gets a little wider. It's maybe 1/2 an inch or 3/8 of an inch wider than it is right here. These old leaf springs work well as forks. They're strong, and it didn't cost anything, so yeah. Just for moving logs. That's all I used it for, is moving logs. Yeah. And the new buckets, I bought a new bucket because this one's full of holes from the salt again. There's no point fixing this. But I'll keep this bucket for doing, jobs. If I had to move some cement, liquid cement or something, I'd use this bucket. And then you don't have to worry about it. Maybe we'll patch up some of the holes. Anyway, and it's rusted out back here too. Really bad back here. I mean, the more you look at it, the more you realize how bad it is. The tractor itself is in good shape, except for one thing: the PTO does not work because one of the gears broke a couple of teeth out of them, so you can't use the rear PTO at all. But everything else works on this. Hydraulics all work. I forgot the key on. And it's got, like, to me it's low hours, 3,200 hours. When you get up to 5,000-6,000 hours, that's getting up there. But I just changed the oil before I used it last fall. I checked all the gear oil in the front. I greased everything front to back. And what else did I do? Anyway, it's a good little tractor. It's very small. 28 horsepower. 28.5. That's why it's an L2850. 28.5. I think it's PTO horsepower. I forget. So I'm hoping to find a parts tractor that I can pull the transmission out of. It's got to be the same one as this. I watched a guy on YouTube. He had a glide shift tractor, and he was going to swap the engine and make, he had a bad engine and a bad transmission, and he's going to split these two tractors apart and make one good one out of two bad ones. Well, the glide shift transmission is totally different than this one here. This is completely mechanical. So you can't do that. I knew before I even started watching that. I thought there's no way he's going to be able to do that, and he couldn't do it. So if I do find one, it has to be the same as this one, exactly the same. L2850, no glide shift, and all I need is, I think the PTO transmission is this from here back. So, oh no, I'm wrong. It's in here. Yeah, the PTO and the wheels, they call it the wheels transmission, or the motion transmission. So there's two transmissions in there. There's one main shaft down the middle, which is your off your engine, and then there's two counter shafts, one above and one below. I think the one up top is the wheels transmission, and the one down below is the PTO transmission. So, thanks for watching.